Follow the steps outlined below to factor the expression 25w to the second minus 49 by dots factoring, which we don't know what that means yet. Okay, so the first step is to rule out GCF factoring and explain why this expression can't be factored by greatest common factor. Okay, so we know how GCF works, where we're looking for the greatest thing that goes into both parts of an expression. Okay, so we can start with the simpler part, the 49. It's just the number, there are no variables. Could we come up with a number that goes into 49 and into 25? Okay, so there are no numbers that go into 49 and 25. They do not have any common factors, so that's why we're not going to be able to factor this by greatest common factor. Okay, and that's what you would explain over here. Instead, we need a different way to factor 25w to the second minus 49. And it's outlined right here. Step number 1, open two parentheses. One with an addition sign in the middle, one with a subtraction sign in the middle. Okay, next, begin both parentheses with equal factors of the first term. So here I am, I have my 1 plus, my 1 minus, and I'm starting them out with equal factors of the first term. Now my first term is this, right? 25w to the second. Equal factors come about because 25 is a perfect square, right? If this is a square and I need two numbers that multiply by themselves to give me 25, it would be 5 and 5. So these are two equal factors of 25. Now, w squared is the same kind of thing. What times itself gives me w to the second, right? Just w. That's what squared means, times itself. Okay, and then last but not least, end both parentheses with equal factors of the last term. So this is what I have so far, right? 5w plus, 5w minus. My last term is the 49. 49 is also a square, right? If I have a square with an area of 49, what are the two equal factors? Right, 7 and 7. And this is how we factor by dots factoring. Okay, so now let's try to think about what dots stands for. Or what dots stands for is the difference of two squares. So just dots is just an easy way to remember difference of two squares. So whenever you start with an expression that has difference, subtraction, and on both parts of that subtraction sign you have perfect squares, numbers that have two equal factors, you can always use these three steps. Two parentheses, 1 plus, 1 minus. They start the same, they end the same, until you're left with two binomials that look exactly the same except that one is plus in between the terms and one is minus.